Well, to try and make some sense of all of this, I'm joined now by Ross Gerber, president of Gerber Kawasaki. Ross, thank you very much for joining us. What do you make of it?
Well, I think that was a pretty good rundown. We're seeing markets explode higher on the fact that we're not seeing anything crazy happening. Actually, the election's playing out kind of exactly as I thought. And, it's been a calm process. So, despite a lot of warnings of riots, and that hasn't happened so far. And I think by having the Senate pretty much split and most likely Republican, it prevents one party really dominating. So at worst, we have what we have now, and at best, we get a better government. So I think the markets are happy about it, and I think the process is going to play itself out in an orderly manner over the next couple of days, and we'll get a result, and I think democracy has spoken, so that's a positive, and the markets are responding.
But do you think markets are now betting on a particular outcome? It's not been a good morning, as I was saying there, for solar energy, for example, which would hugely benefit from a Biden victory. Are investors deciding that Trump can still pull this out of the bag?
I think that, obviously Trump still can win. Biden is ahead by my count by about 40,000 total votes in the three states he needs to carry to win. And so it's going to be really close in the end. And I'm sure Trump is going to go out easy. But, the way this works is you lose, you lose. So I think what markets care about is money. Okay. And when you think about what's happening, it's sort of a win-win for markets. Disruption, dislocation, our system looking bad or not working correctly would have been detrimental to America. So once again, I think more Americans have voted than I've seen ever. I think participation was high. I think the elections were fair, unlike 2016, where there was a lot of meddling. I think social media was on notice that if they screw this up, they're going to be in real trouble. And I think they tried a lot harder to be better about everything. So I feel good about it. I don't, I have my opinions about how I want the outcome to be, and that's my opinions. But like from a market perspective, I just want stability in this country, and we need to cure and deal with coronavirus. So those are the real issues, and I think the markets will have to face those issues in this election. Ultimately, is not that big of a deal.
But where would you advise investors to put their money after last night? Which sectors look like they might get a boost?
Well, because the election isn't over yet, I think I would buy clean energy on any weakness because we think that's a theme with or without Biden. It's not going to change climate change, So the fact that Biden will focus on it is a much more positive thing. But the world's moving in that direction because it's profitable. And so any weakness in clean energy, we're buyers there. Cannabis is a huge winner in the election. We had 5 states legalize cannabis, big states like New Jersey, where there's huge opportunity, billions in markets. Cannabis in the U.S. is going to become a major industry over the next 5 years. And so this election was a huge winner for cannabis. And I think most importantly, because the Senate is split, it does protect big tech a lot, because if you had a heavy Democratic victory and a blue wave, they would have gone after big tech. And I own a lot of big tech stocks, so I don't know if that benefits anybody. So I think it's kind of like the best of, I was kind of dreading looking at my phone this morning, and it was a much better outcome than I had hoped.
Well, thank you very much for that insight. Ross Gerber, president of Gerber Kawasaki. Well, that is Trading at Noon. You can watch more videos on Reuters.com. I'm Elena Casas, and this is Reuters.